My screen is visible. Okay. Yes. Good evening to all. My screen is visible. Yes, the topic will be covered Spandana madam, and this topic is common to IT department also. That's why we are covering fourth unit first. After completing this fourth unit, IT department separate class and CSE separate class. That's why I am starting the fourth unit. After completing the fourth unit, the sections will be divided. Then we will cover these topics. Don't worry about that. Yes, myself Chandar, one of the COI faculty. The fourth unit the topic is input output organization. Yes, my voice is visible, audible. Yes. Okay. Fourth unit, coming to fourth unit, the input output organization, and one or two topics here, and memory organization. In here, what we do, what are the input output organization is the input output interface, asynchronous data transfer, modes of transfer, priority interrupt, and direct memory access. In memory organization, memory hierarchy, main memory, auxiliary memory, associated memory, and cache memory. Okay, coming to input output organization, these are the topics. And first of all, what is IO organization? What is input output organization? Yes, coming to this IO organization, the input output organization of computer depends upon the size of the computer. Okay, it's a depend on the size of the computer and peripherals connected to it. Peripherals meaning here is connected to output outside the system. Okay. One second.
Daddy, 120.
1 minute, 1 second. Yes.
120.
Okay, and the peripherals are connected to outside the systems. That are the we can call the keyboards, mouse, printer. These are the peripheral devices. Okay, the IO subsystem of the computer provide an efficient mode of the communication between the central system. Central system, nothing but here is the CPU and main memory and outside the environment. And next peripheral devices, again we are the same. Whatever the external devices connected to IO module provide a means of exchanging the data between the external environment and the computer. Okay, they attach the computer by a link to an IO module. That link is built for again a different types. So that link will be provided to processor, nothing but here CPU, main memory, and peripheral devices. Okay, and the attached to computer by a link to an IO module. The link is used to exchange the control, status, and data between the IO module and the external devices. The peripheral devices, the main thing, what is the input of peripherals, what are the outputs of peripherals? Okay, in categories of input peripheral is a keyboard, optical input device. The optical input device is card reader, paper tape reader, barcoder reader, digitizer. Okay, and one more thing in that is the optical mark reader. Okay, and one more input device is magnetic input device, magnetic stripe reader. What is the mean of magnetic stripe reader? Where we are using the swiping the cards. Okay, that machine we can call here is the magnetic stripe reader. And you know everything, this screen output device, touch screen, light pen, mouse. And one more thing is the analog input device. These are input devices. And coming to the output device, the card puncher, paper tape puncher, CRT. CRTs you can see in your EDC lab, and printer. Printer you can different types of printer. Plotted. This plotted where we are using the printing the flexes or big screens. Okay. Again analog voice. And the common input devices are this monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, magnetic tapes. These are mainly we are using. It is very familiar to us. Okay, and peripheral devices, three categories of external devices. One is human readable, machine readable, communication. Coming to the human readable, it is communicating with the computer user, video display terminals. Okay, that video display terminal we can call as the monitors like that. Okay, and printer. And machine readable, suitable for communicating with equipment, magnetic disc. Okay, and tape systems, sensors and actuators. These are the machine readable. And one more thing, communication purpose, suitable for communicating with remote device such as the terminals, a machine readable device, or another computer. These all comes under the peripheral devices. Okay, and next we go for the input output interface. Okay, what are the input output interface? Mainly here, they provide a method of transforming information between the internal storage and external storage IO devices. Providing a method for transferring the information between the internal storage such as the memory and CPU registers. Internal storage, what we are storing in the computer, that is a memory and CPU register. Coming to external device, peripheral device. Okay, and peripherals connected to a computer need special communication link for interfacing them with the central processing unit. In order to interface CPU and memory with a peripheral device, we need special communication lines. Okay, we are communicating first, whatever we are connecting the external devices to the computer, we have lines or wires we are using. That wire we can call here is the links. Okay, special communication lines. The purpose of these lines is to resolve the difference between the computer and each peripheral devices. Okay, where what we are using main here is the major difference, the peripheral device. Okay, thank you. Okay, here coming to the input output interface, Here we are providing the transforming information between internal storage and external storage IO device. Okay, here internal storage is memory and CPU registers. Peripherals connected to a computer need a special communication link for interfacing them with the central processing unit. Okay, and in order to interface the CPU and memory with peripheral device, we need special communication lines. Again, and the purpose of these lines to resolve the difference between the what are the computer and what are the peripheral devices, how you are data transforming, okay, how they are controlling the information from computer to peripheral devices. Okay, we will learn here. What are the major difference are? What is the peripherals? Peripherals is a electromechanical or electromagnetic device. Here electromagnetic and electromechanical devices are called peripherals. And CPU or main memory is electronic device. What is the difference between the CPU or memory, CPU and peripherals? CPU is a electronic device. Peripherals is electromechanical or electromagnetic device. Here comparing to the peripherals, CPU is very faster than the peripherals and peripherals is slow. Okay, the data whenever we are data transforming, the CPU is very fast compared to the peripheral devices. Okay, why it is? For example, we are giving the input to from the keyboard. That is depending on our end. Okay, that why the data transfer the slow from peripherals. CPU the faster than peripherals. And one more is the data. The peripherals data will be stored in the bytes and blocks. Okay, unit of data, the data will be divided into bytes blocks in peripherals. Coming to the CPU or memory, it's words. Okay, the coming to here is peripherals is a electromechanical or electromagnetic device. CPU electronic device. Okay, when we are transferring the data, peripherals is usually slower, and memory usually faster than the peripherals. The peripherals data is divided into bytes and blocks. CPU word format. Okay, and the operating modes of the peripherals are different each other, and each must be controlled so as not to disturb the operational of other peripherals connected to the CPU. What is the mean of this? For example, I am giving the print. Okay, what I give that instruction will be control. Okay, that instruction will be control when, for example, I want the page number 48. Okay, it's give the instruction to the peripheral device and that control, and it will be not disturbed. Okay, above all this of the peripherals connected to the CPU, how the CPU pass the information to the peripherals and how peripherals connected to the CPU. Okay, see one example for the diagram, IO bus and interface module. You observe this is very important. IO bus, see here processor. Okay, the processor, and here buses are divided into 3 lines. Okay, one is the data lines, address line, control line. Okay, 3 bus lines here, and the CPU gives the instructions to peripherals. Between one is the interface model. Okay, Through this interface module only, the CPU can pass the data to peripherals, and again here peripherals device also pass the data through using interface, bus and processor. Same again, same bus processor also same. Bus interface to peripherals. Okay, and here the peripheral devices, what is the magnetic tape? Yes, what is the magnetic tape? The magnetic tape is some storing devices. Okay, and magnetic disk, printer, keyboard or terminals we are using. Okay, note down this everyone. What is I/O bus and interface module? Okay, how connecting to each other. Here data bus, three type of bus is data bus, address bus and control lines. Here data bus hold the data. Okay, address bus hold the address, and control bus, what will do here? Control bus will pass the control signals from one device to another device. What is the role of control bus here? Control bus will pass the control signals from one device to another device. Okay, noted this. And here again we can discuss about the some command lines. Okay, the four types of commands. One is here, one is a control command. Four types of command: control command, status command, data command, data input command and data output commands. Okay, what is data input command here? Data input commands is give the instructions. Data input commands is peripherals to interface. See here, peripherals, interface, processor. This process is the data input. Okay, the data from peripheral to the place of the internal buffer. And output, data output is reverse: processor, interface, peripheral, the data output. And what is the role of this control command here? The control command is used to activate the peripheral and tell it what to do. Control command used to activate the peripheral devices and tell it what to do. Which page you want to print. For example, I am taking printer. Which page I am printing? Okay, like that it is activated. And status is we can also call as the test, used to test various status condition associated with the I/O module and its peripherals devices. Okay, now down this I/O bus and interface module. Okay, Again, some of the instruction from this diagram. Here, each peripheral has a interface module associated with some interface, that is the decode the device address. Okay, that is the device code, and decodes the commands, operations, and provide the signal for the peripheral controller, and synchronize the data flow and supervises the transfer rate between the peripherals and CPU. These are the processing in under the IO bus and interface module. Okay, what are the types of instruction? IO instructions is object code, device address, and functions code. That is the commands. Function mean where command. Okay. Next, coming to IO bus and memory bus. Okay. What is IO bus and memory bus? Here, functions of buses is memory bus is for information transfer between the CPU and the main memory. The function of buses. Memory bus is for information transfer between the CPU and the main memory. IO bus is for information transfer between CPU and IO devices through their IO interfaces. What is the difference here? Memory bus is for information transfer between memory bus, information transfer between CPU and main memory. IO bus, information transfer between CPU and IO devices through the IO interface. Don't confuse here memory bus and IO bus functions. Okay. Here through CPU and main memory is a memory bus. CPU and IO devices through their IO interface is IO bus. Okay. And coming to the physical organization, the many computer use a common single bus system. Many computer use a common single bus system. For both memory and IO interface units, here we can use common bus. One common bus but separate control lines. One common bus here. One common bus but separate control lines for each functions. And use one common bus with common control lines for both functions. One function here we are using and for each function and both functions. For example, one function is separate control lines and for two functions common control lines. Okay. Some computer system use two separate buses. Again here single bus system, and some computer system use two separate buses. One to communicate with memory and other the IO interface. Okay. And next one is the IO bus. What is IO bus? Here is IO bus communicate with CPU and all interface units. CPU and all interface unit is via a common IO bus. Common IO bus here we are using. These are the common IO bus. And an interface connected a peripheral device may have a number of data registers, control register, or a status registers. Okay, data register can hold the data. Control register is controlling the instruction to devices, and status register. What will the status register here? Test to the devices. That means here we are test devices. Okay, that is the status command. Next, coming to memory mapped IO. Okay. Coming to memory map IO, here there are two techniques for addressing IO device for the CPU. From the CPU, what are there are two techniques for address IO device by the CPU. That is the two types, two techniques here. One is memory mapped IO and isolated IO. Okay, memory map IO and isolated IO. First we discuss about what is isolated IO. Okay, this isolated IO, here two separate address space are used in this isolated IO. Two separate address space are used. Okay, in memory mapped only one address space used. Isolated two address space, two separated address space. Okay, that is one is a memory location and memory location and IO device. Okay, here first we discuss about the what is the IO device. Here in IO device, IO read and IO write line for IO transfer. How you are transferring? The formation is read, IO read and IO write lines for IO transfer. And two separate address space we are using here. That's why one is IO read and IO write lines for IO transfer. Memory read and memory write. Memory read and memory write lines for memory transfer. IO transfer, what we are using? IO read and IO write lines. Okay, for memory transfer, memory read and memory write. And here, hence, the input and in and out instructions deal with the IO transfer. In and out instructions deal with the IO transfer. Here moving instructions deal with the memory transfer. Whatever the data coming in or out, that is a IO transfer. Okay, data we are moving instructions, whatever you are registers we are using, that deal with the memory transfer. And coming to memory mapped IO, here one address space used, again here divided into two. How? Again memory location and IO device. Here in isolated, two separate we are using, two buses. Okay, and here only for address, IO address, memory mapped IO, the memory location, again this divided into two. This one address space is divided into two, memory location and IO device. Okay, in memory mapped IO, only one set of read and write instructions lines. Only one. Okay, and there is no separate in and out. 1 second. Here in interface, what is mean IO? IO in input output interfaces between the computer and peripheral devices. How we are data transforming? Here is isolated mean one isolated IO and memory mapped. Coming to this all memory mapped IO. Okay. Here memory map IO, again two techniques. One is memory map IO and isolated IO. Coming to this isolated IO, two separate address space. Two separated address space. Look into this. For example, here we are using one bus. One IO bus here. Okay. For IO, for isolation IO, we are using two separate buses. Okay. Okay, clear this? And memory mapped, one address space we are using. Here only one set of read and write instruction lines. There is no separate in, out, move. Okay, and the instruction used to manipulate the memory is manipulate the memory can be used for IO devices. Okay, and some of the examples what we are using, how we are converting the data from CPU to IO devices. Okay, this is one example. Look here. First is a bus buffer. Okay, this bus buffer is a bidirectional data bus. Okay, data can transfer from both sides. And coming to this whatever the port is this is a CPU instruction from here. Okay, and this port is a IO device. This is the IO device, and here this port is a CPU. Okay, and coming to here, timing and control. Okay, in timing and control we have chip selection. We need to select the chip. Okay, chip selection means we can select it with which register or which type of we can select from them. Okay, that means the RSA1 we can select or RS0 we can select. That will becomes under the chip selection also, and the register selection, and these two are register selection. Chip selection here. This is also register selection. Select. Okay. For example, you are taking what is the register here. The register we can take from read for example here RD and WR. IO read, this is RD. Okay, read data from the CPU. IO write the data, write data from to CPU. Write to CPU, read from the CPU. This difference is from CPU is the read from the CPU, write to CPU. Okay, here buffer is coming to the buffer, bus buffer. Bus buffer is a bidirectional data. Bus where from bidirectional? Bus from the CPU to interfacing the circuit. All the data is stored in CPU here. This part of the data only stored in the CPU. Okay, and coming to this timing and control has if following the pin selection. Okay, has it follow the pin selection. And coming to this IO devices, this IO device has a port register, port A register, port B register, control registers, and status register. Okay, this IO data is a control, hold the data from the peripheral devices, and port B registers. Again, this is from peripheral devices, and control lines. This control line control the peripheral devices, how they are following that instructions. Okay, and status line, it is test the peripheral is connecting whatever we are discussing here, IO commands. Okay, and next coming to this, the register selection, how we are selecting. We are taking here is a, for example, CS is 0, 1, 1, 1, like that we are taking, and RS1, RS2. How this is, here is a port A register. This port A register is only always the instruction from RS1 0 and RS0 is 0. This case we can select this port A register, and port B register is 0 and 1. RS1 is 0, RS0 is 1. This is the port B register. And control register is always the form of 1, 0. RS1 is 0, RS1 is 1, RS0 is 0. Okay, and status register is, the instruction here is 1, 1. Always the RS1 is 1, RS0 is 1. Okay, This is the IO interface example. This we can say only example for this. Okay, and this port A, port B registers are connected to peripheral devices. Port A register, port B registers are connected to peripheral device. From peripheral, IO data is placed in port A and port B registers. From this peripheral, IO data is placed in this IO data placed in port A and port B register. And what is the control lines here? The every information registers control the signals. What signals mean? Whatever you are given the page number something, you print that and start printing from 10 to 20 only. Okay, control the signals in place in control register only. That is okay. That is the main important. Data has to be sent from the peripheral to the IO to CPU. The status register is what we do here, status line. Each register and peripherals is stored in the status register only. Whatever the instructions we are giving, the status register store in this register. And coming to here, some of the programmed interface, same what we discussed here. Information is each port is assigned to meaning of depending on the mode of operations of the IO device. Port A is the data, port B is a command, port C is a status. Okay, CPU installation, each port by transforming a byte to control the register allows the CPU can define the mode of operation of each port.
Where you got to split?
Okay.
Where you got to split?
Okay. And again, come from first, what are the IO organization? Here, input output organization of computer depends upon the size of computer. This depend upon the size of computer and peripheral connect to it. Okay, and the IO subsystem of the computer provides efficient mode of the communication between central system. Central system nothing but CPU and memory, main memory. Okay, and outside environment. Okay, and what is peripheral devices? You know, and coming to these are the input devices: keyboard, optical input devices, magnetic input device, screen input device. Okay, output devices: card puncher, paper tape puncher, CRT printer. These are the major input devices. And peripheral devices is a human readable, machine readable, and communication between who can this. Coming to this interface, what is input and output interface? Provide a method of transforming information. Provide a method of transforming information between internal storage and external IO devices. Okay, the peripheral connected to a computer need a special communication link for interfacing them with the central processing unit. In order to this interface, CPU and memory with peripheral device, we need special communication lines. Okay, that communication line we can connect it to our peripheral devices. And the major difference, the peripherals, what are peripherals here? Peripherals we can electromagnetic magnetic device and electromechanical device. CPU is electronic device. How you are data transforming? The data transfer in peripheral is slower comparing to the CPU. CPU is very fast compared to the peripheral device. Okay, and here data can be divided unit, we can call here unit of information. The data will be bytes and blocks. Okay, CPU in word format. And coming to IO bus and interface module. Okay, Here we are using how many types of bus here? 3. Okay, how many types? 3. Data, address and control. These 3 bus divided. And CPU. Here the processor is we can call the CPU and memory. How the CPU give the information to the peripheral devices? Through the bus and interface. Okay. And here interface peripheral devices through interface bus to the peripheral interface to processor. What we call that? Peripheral to processor. Yes, the process of peripheral to processor, what we call data input or data output. Yes, response anyone? Yes, ma. Here peripheral to processor is the data input. Okay, peripheral device to peripheral interface and processor is data input. Processor through interface, peripheral is data output. Here 4 commands. IO commands are 4. Control, status command, data input command and data output command. What will do is the data control command here is activated the peripheral devices. What is the main role of control command here? Is used to activate a peripheral and tell it what to do. And status command, the test various status condition associated with the IO module and its peripherals. Okay, and data input and data output from this is the process peripheral interface processor. This is the data input, processor interface peripheral data output. Coming to IO bus and memory bus, the functions of buses. The memory bus, what happened in memory bus? Information transfer between the only CPU and main memory in memory bus. Okay, IO bus is transferring the information between the CPU and IO devices through their IO interface. Okay, and physical organization, many computers use a common single bus system for both the memory and IO interface units. Here one common bus, we are using for example one common bus but separate control lines for each function. One common bus with common control lines for both functions. Whenever we are using separate functions, these are separate control lines. For multiple functions, the common control lines. Okay. And coming to IO bus, communication between the CPU and all interface units is via a common IO bus. That is the interface connected to peripheral devices. Maybe have a number of data register, control register and status registers. And a command is passed to this peripheral by sending the appropriate interface register, the function code and sensor lines are not needed. The transfer of data, control and status information is always be based in commanding on the command IO bus. And memory map address. What is a memory mapped IO? The memory map IO is 2 techniques we are using here. Address IO device. One is the memory map IO and isolated IO. Okay. What is the isolated and memory mapped? Isolated is 2 separate address space are used. That is a memory location and IO devices. Here in memory map, only one address space using. Okay. Here in memory map IO, one address space again here divided into two. Okay, one is memory location and IO device. And IO in coming to here IO isolated IO read and IO write for lines for the IO transfer. Whatever the data we are transferring using this IO transfer, and memory transfer what we are using memory read and memory write. And here again we can hear in and out instructions, whatever data we are taking in and out instruction deal with the IO transfer, and move instruction deal with the memory transfer. In memory map IO, only one set of read and write instruction lines. There is no separate in and out and move instructions lines in memory mapped IO. Okay, there is no separate adi, and the instruction used to manipulate the memory can be used for IO devices. And coming to this here IO interface, we can say this is one example for this. Okay, here part 1, port A register and port B register. This port A register connected to the peripheral devices. From peripheral IO data is placed in port A and port A register only. Port A, here port A register and port B register. Okay, in control register, every information register control signal is placed in control registers. Okay, that is to where the data has to be sent. Where we are sending here data to CPU. And status of register and peripheral is stored in the status register. Here the status line means status register we are storing the peripheral device data. Okay, any queries? Okay, this is today topic, and next we are starting the MCQs. Okay, please comment if any doubt, post in chat box. Yes. Okay, after this class I share the PPT. Shall I start MCQs? Yes, one question here is from Ganesh. Why need memory mapping for IO communication? This memory communication mainly from what are the interrupting the data from hardware. That means peripheral, no, not hardware mean that the peripheral devices. We can transfer the from CPU, and here is the IO device. Looking to without started. I can't hear any voice. Is any disturbance from my side, or my voice is not audible? Signal is okay. My MCQs is started. Attempt everyone. Given 7 MCQs.